let's see if I can get through this without coughing. So, hello everyone. This is Kevin, the Entrepreneur, and I am feeling a little better. Not 100%, but I'm feeling a little better. Better enough to at least check in and do a video. I'm holding off on a couple of the bigger videos until I know I can do them justice, and I'm sharp enough to do the information without, like that, like pausing and forgetting lines. But I did want to at least mention one thing, and that is basically if you're an Uber driver, I would start checking the app a little bit more often because you're probably going to be making more money. And is it because Uber's raised the rates? No. No, actually, believe it or not, you might be making more money because they haven't raised the rates. And here's why. The thing is, Uber is correct when they say the beginning of the year is a slow time for business. They are absolutely true. And that's why they cut the rates. That's why they cut the rates in January all the time, because it's slower. The thing is, they have never actually raised them again. Or when they did raise them, they raised them like 10 cents after they would cut them like 60 cents. And the thing is, we are now at the time where the demand is coming back. People are going out more. They are using Uber more. Even with the bad publicity, they're still using Uber more. Same thing with Lyft, by the way. And Uber and Lyft have stubbornly not raised the rates. And because they dropped the rates rock bottom, many people just quit driving. And you know what? They had every right to quit driving. I mean, you want to treat the drivers like commodities? They will act like commodities. But here's the thing. Now you have huge demand and very few drivers. That means a lot of surge in prime time. I did drive last night on St. Patrick's Day, and I drove the night before on Thursday. And I have to tell you, the surge pricing for both nights were off the charts. Now, granted, you might be saying, well, St. Patrick's Day, people are going out. And yes, that's true. But here's the thing. Uber and Lyft were both offering bonuses. They were offering guaranteed surges, guaranteed boosts. You know, if you did this many rides, you would get this much extra money. And you know what? The drivers did not care. They did not care. And so what happened, even though there was like a guaranteed surge the whole night, there was never a ride where it was not surging. In terms of how much boost money I got $1 in boost money, but like $178 in surge, and then, money, then like I think 98 in regular fare. I only drove like 3 hours because, again, I'm not completely better yet, but I wanted to kind of get back out there a little bit. And even throughout the week when I was like sick and I just couldn't do anything, I would check the app, you mess around with your phone. And at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon on a Wednesday when nothing was going on, it was surging around. It's amazing. So this is probably the only advantage to low rates as far as I see. You can feel free to disagree. In fact, I encourage you to disagree if you want. And I'm not using this as an excuse on why I think rates should stay low, because I do not think they should stay low. I think they should go up. I don't see any logical reason to keep the rates the way they are. Other than Uber and Lyft just don't want to admit defeat and that this is a bad business model, because these low rates, they're actually hurting them just as much as they're hurting us. And I'll tell you why in a bigger video next week. But yeah, but it is interesting because because of the low rates, a lot of drivers did not come back, and they've probably left for greener pastures. And so now people like us, we're picking up the slack. But you know what? We're picking up the slack with the surge in the prime time rates now. And that can count for a lot. That can truly count for a lot. So there's a little bit of good news for you. Now, will it last? It's hard to say, but again, the we're in March. There might be a little dip in April, but come May, that's when summer officially starts. And if the rates do not come back up by then, they're not going to get any of those drivers back, but they're going to have more demand out there. So it's going to be surging. And unfortunately, that means there's also going to be a lot of pissed off riders because, they don't want to pay surge, but they're going to be paying surge. Or maybe they won't know because Uber kind of hides it now with the upfront pricing. I don't know. So might be a good time to just kind of keep the app open and check it sporadically throughout the day when you're bored. So anyway, I should probably get back to bed. I really am not feeling completely better yet. I just wanted to do something. I almost feel like, I don't know, it feels like life ends when I don't make a YouTube video now. It's weird. And I never liked to be in front of the camera before. Anyway, have any of you experienced this surge? This supply and demand thing that's benefiting you, and have you benefited from it? I'd like to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.